But at this point, I will recognize the senator from Hawaii, Senator Hirono, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So you are the advocate, I suppose, for small businesses, right? You're the counsel. So as I talk with small businesses in my state, the biggest thing that they are concerned about right now are the president's tariffs, but you're not talking about the tariffs as increasing costs for small businesses in your testimony. Why not?
Thank you for your question. I think the tariffs you're referring to came out around April 1st, and
well, the president's tariffs, they come and they go. There's a certain unpredictableness about it, and that's another reason that small businesses are concerned. And that there have already been billions of dollars in payments that businesses have had to make. And by the way, so can you answer my question? Why aren't you talking about tariffs as being a cost driver for small businesses right now?
the advocacy doesn't make the rules about tariffs or anything else. We have two things we do.
No,
Number
but
one,
you're,
we listen.
excuse me, but your job is to, did you say you're to listen to small businesses and address their concerns? Their
Number
concern
one to
being
listen.
the
Number
impact
two,
of the
to make sure
tariffs?
those people who do make the policy are aware of those concerns. And my position is subject to Senate confirmation. Even though the president was incredibly quick to get me nominated, and the chair of this committee was incredibly quick to get the hearing going, somehow the Senate did not finish the job until well after the trade policies were initiated. So the chief counsel chair at those policy discussions was empty.
You are avoiding answering my question. You know that that President Trump has imposed tariffs in April, and then, as I said, they come and go. And my question to you is, knowing that these tariffs are very detrimental in raising costs for small businesses, why aren't you talking about tariffs in your testimony?
My job is to, thank you for your question, my job is to listen to the small businesses and to communicate to those who do make the policies their concerns. Right on
And
the
so
heels
did
of
you tell the people who are making these policy decisions that the tariffs are hurting small businesses?
Let me explain to you how that worked. On the heels of my confirmation, the government was shut down. So while I was able to listen, thank you, Congress, for the excellent funding you gave my office so we could stay open. I was listening like crazy, but it was not until the government reopened. And let me tell you, last Wednesday, government was still closed. The White House called me at 8 p.m. and they said, Casey, get over here. The government's open tomorrow. The agencies need to hear what the small businesses are telling you. And I went there, and I sat close to...
If I look a little frustrated, that's because I am. You wrote in your book, tariffs are taxes. Tariffs are taxes on small businesses, and wouldn't taxes on small businesses hurt small businesses? So you don't need to be confirmed or talk to them or whatever. You've written about it. So why is it that we can't hear your what you're going to do to help small businesses deal with this on-again, off-again tariff situation? By the way, I've talked to small businesses in Hawaii, and anybody who imports anything, any part of a product that the Hawaii businesses sell, and that goes for small businesses all across the country, are having to pay higher costs. So there's a chip maker in Hawaii, for example. He gets some of his packaging from China. He's had to pay more for his product, which are chips. So there is no question that these tariffs, the Trump tariffs, are hurting small businesses, and yet you're not here to tell us about how that is impacting small businesses. And not to mention, I would like to ask you, are tariffs taxes? Yes or no?
I just wasn't able to finish answering your question,
Well,
which
let
is,
me- okay.
what am I telling
Let
the
me
Trump
get
people
to-
about the tariffs?
I'm moving
I was in the
on.
middle of telling that.
I'm moving on to ask you, are tariffs taxes?
President Trump campaigned on changing the composition of revenue.
Are tariffs taxes?
They are a source of revenue.
Are tariffs taxes? Why aren't you answering the question? You said so in your book that tariffs are taxes. Madam Chair, I don't know why our witness, the single witness we have, who's supposed to be talking about impacts on small businesses and how we can be of help, and the biggest impact that they're having to face right now are the tariffs, and we have a witness who's not responding to my questions, so
Well,
thank you very much.
thank you, Senator.